Gender discrimination in employment involves treating someone favorably because of the person's sex or gender, whether they are applying for a job or a current employee. Although women have made clear they have the ability to perform with the same skill and success in every endeavor engaged by men, the issue of sex discrimination still holds many back. Today we'll be talking about gender discrimination in the workplace, and we will be interviewing Andrea, the only woman in her entire job.
Hi, my name is Andrea Esparza. I'm 21 years old, and I'm an administrative assistant for Grow Mortgages. I've been working for Grow Mortgages since September of 2018. I am the administrative assistant for the business as well as the personal assistant for the president of the business. And I am responsible for overseeing all of the bank accounts and all of the profit and loss that goes into those accounts as well as the transactions. In the position where I'm at right now, I'm the only female in the whole business, but I still am an administrative assistant, so it's traditionally a female role. And I definitely notice them treating me a little bit differently just because I am female. Like, they'll make jokes about me making coffee or doing things like that when I know there's some truth to it. Like, they kind of do expect me to make them coffee, but it's not happening.
There are many structural conditions that limit women's opportunities for advancement in the labor force. Sociologists Barbara Reskin and Patricia Roos studied 11 once male-dominated fields that had become integrated between 1979 and 1988, such as book editing, pharmacy, public relations, bank management, and system analysis. They found that women only gained entry into these jobs after earnings and upward mobility declined, and the work was considered more of a woman's work. Women face many institutional limitations. Particularly in the white-collar workforce, there is the well-known phenomenon of women reaching a peak in their occupation and not being able to go any further. This is known as the glass ceiling, an invisible barrier that limits women's mobility in their job despite their capability and qualifications for positions of power and prestige. However, males in female-dominated professions face the opposite issue. They encounter the glass escalator, meaning they have better opportunities for advancing to higher positions. It's not necessarily outright discrimination that is the cause of women facing disadvantages, but it is a factor.
I feel like that has to do a lot with how we've been socialized from a very young age. Like, any of us can walk into any Target and clearly see the distinction between girl toys and boy toys. Boy toys tend to help you be more creative and want to build things, versus girl toys are more nurturing and oh, let's take care of this baby, let's make some makeup or learn how to be beautiful. And that kind of clearly you can see that in the data. Now when they look for a job, girls are more likely to want to be a cosmetologist versus a guy might want to be an engineer.
The overall degree of gender segregation has not much changed since 1900. Women and men are still concentrated in different occupations. Examples of occupational sex segregation would be that you see more men workers as lawyers, pilots, engineers, or business managers, while on the other hand, women workers are mostly seen as factory workers, childcare workers, or secretaries, which occupational sex segregation also leads to an earning gap between women and men. As we can see, women are concentrated in lower paying occupations while the men get higher pay.
We can address gender discrimination in the workplace by beginning with our youth and our little girls, to be honest. I think they're really missing the confidence that they need to push themselves into those positions where they don't normally see a female.